Welcome to Mrs. Wheelock's Algebra 1A Back to School Night. I co-teach this period with Mr. Lloyd. We team up to help our kids be more successful, and it allows us to help more kids at once. I'd like to go over some of the ways you can help your student be successful in my class. The first one is to go to this modules button. The module view shows you weekly what we are doing in Algebra 1A. We have video notes available for you. You can open that in a new window. We also have worked out notes for the students to look at if they're absent or didn't take very good notes. We know sometimes our freshmen struggle with taking nice, neat notes that are easy to read. So we provide these for them to look at and use while they're doing their assignment. Now, most of the time I print the worksheet for them to work on in class, but if ever your student is absent, they can always download it and work on a separate piece of paper. They don't have to print it to work on it. This is today's homework assignment. And we're pretty good about providing examples for them, extra tips and tricks at the top, and then we don't assign a lot of work. We have 6 problems tonight. And our biggest issue with our Algebra 1A students is them just not doing it, doing only half of it, not turning it in. We really have to get them into the mode of, I need to be doing the work. And most of our students are not doing the work for us. So I'm going to pop over to student view so you can see things from kind of the same way the students would see it. That was my teacher view. So here is where they would submit their assignment. They click on this button that says Start Assignment, and after they are done, they can take a picture and upload their work to it. And then when I go through and grade it, I will usually make notes on their homework, and they will be able to see those notes that I make as they look at their submission comments and feedback. On the app, it's a little bit more user-friendly, I actually believe. When you go in and look at the assignment, it says Submission and Rubric, and you click on that, and you can see the assignment pop up with all of the writing on it. The phone and the iPad are very similar and very, very user-friendly for students. So this is one of our assignments, and again, in module view, you can see what we're working on each day. There's a video, there's notes, and then there's the homework assignment. So there really is no reason to go anywhere else. Like, we have a video that we want specifically for how we want it done that day, and we post it right there in the modules for you. So if you're absent, you can go here, watch the video, and work on the homework. If students are gone for extended periods of time, like that 10-day absence for COVID or COVID exposure is a really long time to be behind on all of your work in all of your classes. So if they're feeling up to it, they really should be coming to the modules, watching the video, taking the notes on the video like they were in class, and then giving the homework a try. And if they don't know how, they can contact me either through the Canvas inbox or Remind, and I can help them out. So that's the module view. As a parent, I love the calendar view. I can go into the calendar, and this only has one topic because it's the one I teach, but it's going to have for each day every assignment that your student has, and it'll have it crossed out if they turned it in already. And so you can see daily what they're working on and what they need to be doing. And you can look at all the classes at once without the overwhelming, 50 assignments for the whole semester because we've imported it all from last year, or it's less daunting, in my opinion, to look at the calendar view. Now, personally, I am logged in with my student's account on my iPhone, and I check it daily, what their assignments are, what they've done, what they need to be doing, what their submission is. I can look to see if their submission looks good or if they just turned in a bad assignment, and I can look at their grades. So That's the calendar view, I think, is the most helpful in helping your kid with their daily assignments. And if your kid's not passing, you need to be looking at their grades. If you're seeing a lot of these missing flags, that's telling you that they are not turning their homework in. Now, this is a test student, so I don't submit stuff to my test student account, but you're going to see these missing flags and these blanks. Those mean that they haven't turned anything in or done it. The ed puzzles are empty. That means it's not done. If the test is empty like this, you see here next to the 100 points, it's also not been done. So students need to be responsible for coming to us and saying, hey, I was absent. I didn't take the quiz. Can I take it at lunch today? Can I take it in class today? And they need to be taking accountability for their grades. Students who are not being successful in Algebra 1A are going to really struggle to graduate because this class, every math class after Algebra 1A relies on the information we're teaching them this year. So it's so important that they are working hard and trying to pass. We're covering right now Unit 1, which is solving equations. We've looked at 1- and 2-step equations, multiple step equations. We're getting into solving equations with fractions and decimals this week. We did variables on both sides last week. These are key information, key topics for being successful in math in general. Now, students are able to retake tests and quizzes, but I will give them a set of homework assignments they need to go back and redo. They're not just going to magically do better on a second attempt for a test or quiz. They need to go back and study it again. They need to make arrangements to go to tutoring to get that help, and then they can come in and say, okay, I studied, I'm ready, I will do a retake today. And I'm allowing them to do retakes on any of the tests and quizzes so far. My syllabus, if you go back to the home page, this syllabus is a little bit different. It's like a daily list of what their assignments are, but this is my class syllabus. And the front page, it had that syllabus button. You can see that tests are 50% of the grade, homework is 25%, and quizzes are 25% as well. Tests and quizzes are a large part of their math grade now because they have to be able to do the work. We know that our students are using apps to help them. We know that they're copying from each other's work, and we try to catch as much of it as possible, but it really is impossible to catch all of it. We need to see that they actually did learn it by doing the problems on a test or a quiz. Mentioning apps, we have a really big issue with students using math apps to do their homework, and it's not teaching them how to do it. Apps like PhotoMath, Microsoft Math, Mathway, Snapcalc. These apps you need to take off of your child's phone. They are not helping them. They'll tell you, oh, I'm using it to learn. Oh, I'm using it to help me. But really, they're just copying the work down and not learning how to do it. And a lot of times, the way that these apps are solving them are not the way we want them done. And sometimes it's a lot more complicated than we want them done. So we really don't want to be using these apps. Now, I understand as a parent if you're going to pull it up and maybe let it help you, but we much prefer that you go into the module and look at the notes that we have posted for that day and see how we solved it in the notes, and then help your kid apply those notes to their problem. And if they need help, they need to be going to tutoring. There's tutoring in room 224 and 226 from 2:30 to 3:30. Monday through Thursday. And if they're struggling, not doing well, they need to be showing up to tutoring and asking for help and getting that homework done with the help of a tutor. Other things that they can do is go to Khan Academy, Khan, Khan Academy has great videos. The problem is sometimes it's hard to search for what you're actually specifically looking for, and that's why we provide that video that's just about how to do that specific homework assignment each day in the modules. I hope this information has been helpful for you. If you have any specific questions about your students' progress, please feel free to email me. My email is right here, rochelle.wheelock@leusd.k12.ca.us. You can use the Remind app. If you sign up for Remind, you text at Wheelock AA to 81010, and that will join my class. Now, students should be signed up for the Remind. I don't have a lot of Algebra 1A kids signed up for Remind. They can quickly text me if they are having trouble on a question and that they're working on. They can send me a picture of it. I can show them what they're doing wrong. And so it's a great resource for them. It's a great resource for parents. I don't use it for announcements that much now that everything is on Canvas. But if there is something I need to tell the class, if everybody was joined to it, I would. You're welcome to use your students' inbox here on Canvas and also Parent Square. Any of these methods are great for contacting me. The only one that's not that effective is trying to call my classroom, because I'm there for, and busy teaching most of the day. So if you'd like a phone call, use one of the other ways of contacting me. Send me a message with your phone number, what you'd like to discuss, who your child is, and I will get back to you as soon as I get an opportunity. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Look forward to working with you to help your child succeed.